What is going on, everyone? Commodore last here today, bringing to you my live reaction of the Haikyuu manga chapter 318 titled Partner. Now, listen, man. Yesterday was pretty hectic. I had, the One Piece video come out. My hero recorded, the Gintama live reaction to the quote-unquote final chapter. I did a Tower of God video, but something was, missing in my life. I don't know, and I was thinking to myself, what was it? What was missing in my life? And then I'm at work and stuff, right? And I get a notification telling me that the greatness that is Haikyuu was out. And I was in my heart, man. I'm like, I'm at work. I'm like, yo, I need this chapter in my life. I need this in my life. But I said, you know what? Let me wait until Friday. Let me wait until, the morning so I can get up, conclude the week with the greatness, man. We have to do it like that. I've been hearing some hype for this chapter, for people who have already read it. They said, that I'm going to enjoy it. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen this week, because we're coming off, the conclusion of the second set. Karasuno finally taking a set. And it just shows, how important this is, because, every practice match that they've had against Nekoma's always come on top. And now it's not only have they won a set against their fierce rivals, but the fact that they won it on the national stage, to me, it just sets up Karasuno's going to get this victory over Nekoma to kind of cap off everything about their rivalry of this both variations of Nekoma and Karasuno. It's got to be a Karasuno win, man. But we got to experience this third set. And I know I said the title of the chapter is Partner, so it makes me wonder, is it going to be something centric with Kuroo and Kenma, or is it going to have something to do with Kageyama and Hinata? I gotta read the chapter to find out, so let's jump into it, guys. Here we go. This is my boy, man. Listen, when this man came in and made that receipt, and then you just turn the page, and it just dunk, right on the line. It's oh my god. And you see Akane still freaking out too, and I can't believe they did that to Akane, bro. You can't even see to Alice's face. Alice is all cut off. Karasuno takes back the second set. Latest volume 34 hits the shelves on October 4th, Thursday. Also, a little quick note, because I would need to get my hands on that volume afterwards when it comes out. Because that week, when that volume drops, I'm going to be in New York. And I know chapters are dropping early that week. So there's a big possibility that I'm not going to be able to read Haikyuu that week. So I'm going to have to wait until literally the Monday or when I get back from my trip to read the greatness. But at the very least, when I come back from New York, that volume and maybe some more volumes might be in my hands when I get back. But let's go, though. You see the Shinoya, you see the Tanaka in there, everything. Chapter 318, Partner. You see Akane and Alice all acting up. Akane-chan, the battle's only getting started. I know, but I'm still salty. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's true. They scored on us by receiving. Karasuno takes back the second set, and now the set count is 1-1. The battle enters the final set. That set count may be 1-1, but in truth, the winner of the second set has the momentum in their favor. What's more, the number 10 has made a complete recovery. And you see, all Nekoma man are just God damn, I can't believe that happened. I wonder if they're sorry to awaken from their daze. Let's get him good. I'll score 20 points or something. I'll leave you guys to score the rest. When Haiba-kun gets too fired up, he has a tendency to self-destruct. Hey, did you know? When you're doing muscle training, rather than going for 100 sit-ups, it's apparently better to see if you can do it in batches of 10. Where are you going with this? What? Huh? Isn't it meant to be the more the better? So basically you're saying, rather than scoring 20 points, try for an impactful single point. Come on. What the heck is a piddly 1 point get out there and score 20? Hey, did you know when you're doing muscle training, that's Haiba-kun being Haiba-kun? You see Hinoka huh? Oh, oi, you're the one who needs to get more fired up. You see Kuroo talking with Takatora. Oh yeah, your last streak just now was really something. When did you get in the practice for that? He's thank you. As expected. You see Nekomata He's Kenma looking on. What? I was just thinking, you're talking a lot. Always with the jibes. Shy and withdrawn. Nowadays, upon hearing those words, people would think it was talking about me. Yo, we're getting a flashback. Listen, I know we got little things shown in the anime. I know little things here in the manga, But yo, are you telling me we're gonna get to see Kuroo and Kenma's backstory? Are you? Wait, where's that volume? Hold on. Look, I bought this volume to show it off, man, but now we can't. There's a certain volume. There's a certain volume we gotta put up in here, man. There's a certain volume. Yo, no, we gotta do this, man. Listen, we gotta bust out this volume, bro. Volume 4. We gotta do it, man. Like, oh, for the one time, man. We're getting a flashback. And it's not like just any flashback of like, you know, like they're training or not. This is when they met. So it has, you gotta bust out that volume, man. Even if I said that Kuroo had actually had it worse than me, there's probably no one who'd believe it. He himself probably barely remembers those days. My name is Kuroo. I just moved next door. This is my... You see them look at each other like behind their moms and stuff. What weird hair. Kuroo's family consisted of his father, his grandfather, his grandmother, and himself. 4 people in all. When Kuroo was sometimes left at home alone, he'd come over to mine. The adults are probably thinking that we'll get along splendidly, purely on the basis that we're around the same age. And they're all silent. And my boy has like, yo! My goal, man. Listen, shout out to Yakuza because of the fact that the Sega games that they put onto the, the little mini arcade games that you have in the game and stuff, right? And they had like Virtual Fighter. I'm proud of my boy Kenma, yo. He knows the greatest Virtual Fighter. You see, this is when they were like 7 years old. So yes, both of them are 7. You want to play Virtual Fighter? I forgot, yo, the dude with like the Roman stuff, bro. Yo, Kenma's a good man if he's actually the one playing as him. You come in, 20 seconds in. And he goes, he kicks his ass. And you see Kenma like, we always play this, so, well, was there anything else you want to play? And you see Kuroo just like dip. Like, you went home? Man. But it's like, you see little things like this, it's just like, he brought back the volleyball, and he's like, I meant games. This is a Kuroo and Kenma thing, man. When these two are like together and stuff, because like that's how the friendship has been for them. This guy Kuroo wants to go out and play sports. The other one, he wants to just master Virtual Fighter as he should. That one was so close. You're meant to put your hands like this. If the ball hits this part, the ball will go right up. So this guy can raise his voice. I love this, man. That didn't go up like you said it would. It goes into the water. And they start like laughing. Kuroo's just like looking at him out. Look at Kenma's face, bro. I love how like he actually looks like a real cat though. And you see, okay, so even then they're looking at the cat and stuff. So foreshadowing to their from back then, at least to their connection with Nekoma. Wow, what are these spots? It's nothing but a little internal bleeding. It goes away if you keep it up. Eventually, they'll stop appearing altogether. He's like all like shocked. And so I started to respect the Kuroo who put, it's nothing but in the same sentence as something that sounded as terrifying as internal bleeding. He's just like freaking out. Why don't you look for people who can play volleyball? It must be boring playing with a total amateur like me, right? It's not boring at all. You're a fast learner. You're smart. Really? I used to play in the team, but I moved. Oh, he has like a little thing afterwards, saying goodbye and everything. Oh, so wait, so he moved. So we're did it ever state though where Kuroo's actually from though, his actual hometown? Because I mean, he moved to Tokyo afterwards. I wonder if I was gonna say anything about that. I don't even know. Well, if you tried looking here, I think there'd be somewhere, right? I don't do well in new places. Say, are you free this Sunday? Kenma, what happened to your arms? Nothing. It's nothing but little internal bleeding. You ready? Let's go. Let's go. Just go already. And then that's when they enter like the gymnasium for the first time, man. Seeing like all the other kids there playing volleyball. You see Kuroo like all smiles and Kevin's just like looking around like, oh, what is this place? And you see a ball coming right there afterwards. And you see like Kuroo, he's like practicing, like Kevin's like still watching on. What they're doing over there sure looks cool. Why don't you go and do some of that? That's called a spike. I know, right? It's so cool. But you gotta be tall to do it, or else you won't be able to hit those. Yo, Nekoma, crazy. Oh, yo, all we gotta do is lower the net. Oh my, Coach Nekomata. The joy from doing should be what's important first and foremost. Yo, that is a factual statement. It shouldn't have to matter about any other variables. It doesn't have to matter about anything else. That's, you have to... Don't overthink it, man. Just, you'll have fun just by, just enjoying whatever it is you're doing, man. This old man, shout out to Nekoma, man. How lovely to see you. It's been a while. I was just passing through. To those who love something with those who love something will become skilled in it, or so they say. And you see them like all training and stuff still. Kuroo, like, he's doing like his famous spike and everything. So this is like all the back then, like him like learning how to be able to master his spike afterwards. It really was a small gesture, but I remember thinking that this was a moment that Kuroo probably wouldn't ever forget. I found out later that the hunchback adult from that day was in fact the coach of Nekoma High School's volleyball team, Coach Nekoma. Ever since that day, Kuroo rapidly got more and more obnoxious. He started to love volleyball. Look at my boy, yo. He's like, yo, Tatsuro Kuro desu yoroshiku. Like, he's just like joining up with the kids and everything. And he's starting to build bonds with them. He joined a new team. He made more friends at school. He started to be able to talk about all things not related to volleyball. Alright, I'm going to sink my teeth into Metal Gear Tape. 10 out of 10 chapter. Listen, anything that has to relate to Metal Gear Solid, I don't care. They could literally be staring at a sunset and the kid says, hey man, Metal Gear Solid is a phenomenal series. It's a 10 out of 10 chapter. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It was already looking like it was going to be a 10. And already hit the 10 just like that, man. My boy. Yo, he was already playing Twin Snakes. He was already playing Twin Snakes, man. But still, there were no more no volleyball players in our neighborhood. So he still came over to mine. And he has like little tapes and little DVDs and stuff for the matches. Japan, Italy, Brazil versus America. And I see the both of them are watching on. Did you see that play just now? Did you? He briefly looked over to his right, and I thought he tossed that way, but he ended up setting up the left. I'm tired just watching. Let's go outside and play already. Kuroo, you're the one who brought these recordings over. Bring the stuff we watched last week over and over again. What? Kenma, you gotta play as a setter. You're like a mastermind strategist. That's so cool. You see, like, strategist? Also, setters are in a position where they don't even need to move around much. Flaming lies. And then, when Kenma started playing after, especially if you go back to, like, I forgot, was it the match against Iwa? Or that was Kukurodani's match. But the one prior to that, where, like, he was, like sweating buckets and stuff. Like, that's where, when he was thinking back to these memories, he's like, that guy was a damn liar. Alright, we're going outside. Come on, the park's gonna get taken. Tetsukun. Hey, why don't you bring Kenma along to play soccer every so often? Just a thought. He's like thinking about it. But I don't think Kenma himself wants to go. I really understand the feeling of just not wanting to go someplace or do something. If I thought Kenma wanted to go even a little bit, I'd definitely take him with me. But I don't think Kenma feels that way. But once Kenma decides he likes something, he pours his soul into it. He's gonna be alright. Look at my little guy, yo. Yo, little Kenma, yo. That's a son right there, man. Is that so? And they go back to the present. Kuroo, if you were just some party animal solicited, I wouldn't have done this with you. What? Why have you started coming at me like that? If it's true that if I have to do something, I'd rather not exert myself over it. I'd rather play games and do practice. I think I might enjoy watching volleyball more than playing it. But to feel like there's no other way but to just do it isn't a bad feeling. Well, isn't just everyone being wild and free? You see Takatori is like, from now on, call me Tora of the Amazing Straits. And you see, like, Yaku and Haiba, Inoka, and then Kai, Fukunaga. I'll take it from here. It's the theme of Amachan. You know what? I really love this little panel right here of them all coming together because, like, even if this is going to be the end of this variation for Nekoma, and, I'm starting to feel it kind of right now inside, where it's like, that departure between Kenma and Kuroo is going to kill me inside, man. Because, for them, it's like, that's going to be, once this is over, they're not going to play again until, like, their college years, or if one of them says, I'm going to retire, which most likely is going to be Kenma. That's not going to be easy, man. We made it through the toughest of times. And now is the time to reap our rewards. Yeah! And they're like throwing all this stuff in the air. The last battle cry, man. Before they go on for this final set. You see like Kevin's the only one, like, all like chill. He's like, I'm not doing this. You see Carson like acting up. I don't really get what's going on over there, but let's jump on board. Yeah! you see the Kagaya's the one just like, nope. And which of us will it be to reap the fruits of our labor? This is the last stand. The once and only. Chapter 318 end. Yo, reading this weekly is not going to be good for my heart, man. Because I really love the Inarizaki match a lot. But when it comes from like a rival standpoint, this is going to hit like a ton of bricks, man. This is going to be crazy to watch. So it's just to read weekly. The final set between these two. Like last year, man, you remember when I was covering the Inarizaki matchup and how crazy that match in general was, from the level of competition going to the next tier and how much emphasis was going on to Inarizaki, not even just for now, but for like the long term. But here it's like, we know after this, man, Yaku, Kai, and then flipping Kuroo are going to be gone from this Nekoma team. And then there's going to be, same thing afterwards, for Daichi, Sugawara, and then with Azumane. Like, after this, man, these 30 years we've been waiting for this battle. Once it's done, man, that's it. Because I can't imagine, man. Because I'm already make my statement before this third set begins. I could see this ending in February to match up with the 7th anniversary, kind of like what they did with Inarizaki's matchup. I can definitely tell you it's going to end around that time. Because it's a fitting way. It's a fitting way to just end everything that's been built up since the very beginning and wrap it up in February. Like, I could see this going the same exact length. And I don't even know how I'm going to be able to process this. Like, I already know emotionally I'm going to be a wreck come the end. If certain things, like, I think I needed this chapter a lot to come back and appreciate how much I respect and love, the duo between Kenma and Kuroo. And just seeing, like, the foundation of how their friendship began and what led to them, just kind of being together and stuff, as friends. And now being together as a team and stuff. Like, it's just, like, it's really beautiful, man. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you guys think of Haikyuu this week? I love this chapter a lot. Like, I really do love this chapter because when I get to the end of the set and I realize afterwards that, we're going to be here witnessing week in and week out the final battle between these two variations of Karasuno and Nekoma. It's not going to be easy, man. But I'm going with Team Karasuno for the sake of, for what is good. I don't want to see Nekoma lose either, but, Karasuno got to prosper, man. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Are you Team Nekoma? Are you Team Karasuno for this final set? Let me know. Like the video if you enjoyed. If you are new to the channel and you have not subscribed yet, and you want to be here for what is going to be probably one of the most emotional times, reading a series week to week in terms of a match, in terms of a final set. If you want to be here to experience some greatness, consider subscribing if you haven't already. Social media links down in the description below. But with all being said, I will catch you guys next week. Chapter 319 of the greatness that is Haikyuu. I can't wait, man. This is going to be amazing. This is really going to be amazing, man. So, Commodore Laz signing off. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, take care.